Well, I want to welcome you to episode 2 of The Brick Show. And today we have a Star Wars Lego set. You'll see I have my water wings on, and that is because today's set we're going underwater. And we're going Star Wars. This is set 7161. It's the Gungan sub from episode 1 of the Star Wars series. And it's got 375 pieces. Now this was made in 1999, so this is a harder set to get nowadays. But we were able to get it from somebody local, and it's a really great set. We're really excited about building this and talking about this today. And it comes with the 3 minifigures. Again, 375 pieces, so a little bit bigger set, and I guess you could say medium-sized set. Comes with the 3 minifigures. Qui-Gon Jinn, Jar Jar Binks, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And the 2 Jedis do come with lightsabers, so that's kind of cool, kind of a bonus. And we're going to get into this. Here's the instruction manual. Not too thick, but it's 22 steps? 22 steps. And there's a little bit of variations. You can build this set a couple different ways, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But again, 7161 Star Wars Lego, and let's get building this guy. Okay, so here it is. The Gungan sub is completed. We finished building it. Took us about, say, it would take you 3 to 4 hours, unless you're Gungar, but 3 to 4 hours. Probably a good time on this one. And there's actually two pieces part of the set. So let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 minifigures. So our 3 minifigures, first let's look at Jar Jar Binks, the ever annoying Jar Jar Binks. Head's not really colored the way he is in the movie, but still cool little ears. And then you have the Jedis. You have Qui-Gon Jinn with his green lightsaber and his cape of cloth, and the hair does detach, and he's got his little beard. And then you have Anakin with his blue lightsaber. And he's got a cape on, so that part is removable, and a cloth cape as well. Now this piece is part of it also. It's kind of a collection, I guess, of rocks and some plants. It's got a little shell and a starfish there. And then this little piece kind of sits on top. This little stingray, and nothing special on the back here, just the back. So I wouldn't consider this a minifig, but they do count this as part of the set. Now we're looking at the actual sub, and it's pretty neat looking. Looks a lot like something from the Gungan, so they did a really good job recreating the sub here, except for one thing which we'll talk about in a bit. But here's where your minifigs go. There's Jar Jar and Anakin and Qui-Gon over here, and it's interesting because on the box it actually shows Qui-Gon driving, but in the movie it was Anakin who was doing the driving during this scene. So we went ahead and put Anakin in the front there. But there's a lot of room in these cockpits. A lot of room for their lightsabers in there, and for you to get them in there and really pin them down and sit them down in there. And then there's this little torpedo in the front. These pieces right here flip up. There's little panels in there. You could store some of the other things that come with the sub in there, I guess. And then this piece back here opens up, which is more storage. And in this set we talked about how you can use a couple different things on the back. We picked the coolest one, and this spins around back here. But you could also put this on there. Comes with these little engines or whatever they are. But then they also have you putting them in there, and then they give you this other little piece right here, which are these propellers. And you could also, if you wanted to take this piece off right here and put that back here, you could do that. But we showed it to you with this. We think that's the coolest one of the three. But really sleek look. We like the look there. And lots of storage. Now the book, something kind of odd to this set, or unique I guess you could say, is the book. We're going to show you. It comes with a little comic strip there. And then it shows you other things that you can make with the same pieces. Now you can't make the Gungan sub and these things, but if you got sick of that, you could make these other things. There's kind of like a little lab there. Some other spaceships. Like a mini sub, and then over here a little raft, and then this is probably the coolest one. You can make a fish that two of the minifigs could actually fit in, so that's pretty neat. So there's our close look into the set, and now let's do our ratings of the Gungan sub. We'll start with younger kids. How do we think young kids would like it? I'm going to give it a 7. Might be a little bit difficult for younger kids, actually probably, but with the help of a parent, would be a lot of fun to have this set if I was a younger kid. So I'm going to give a 7 on that. For the older kids, I'm going to give it an 8. I think older kids will just eat this up. Just awesome. Awesome set for older kids. A lot of detail. Really cool little thing, this thing on the back here. I think older kids would really like. You get the 3 minifigs, the 2 lightsabers. This is probably, well, without a doubt, this set is the best thing that you can get from the Gungans, the Naboo, any of that kind of stuff. This item is the best one. A lot of the other stuff is smaller, and this is definitely the coolest of those. And then for the adults, we're going to give it a 7.5. And the reason I gave it a 7.5 and not maybe something a little bit higher is because earlier we talked about something on this set that was inaccurate. I've read a lot of people, one thing that they don't like about this set is the fact that it's a little inaccurate, and that there's 3 cockpits here, and in the movie, in episode 1, they actually were in the same cockpit, and they created these 3, and the minifigs are in the 3 separate ones, but as we know as we said in the film, they were all in the same one. So a little inaccurate there, but still I would have given it an 8 if not for that, because there's a lot of cool features with this, a lot of detail, like some of the carvings up here, like the colors that are used, and it was a lot of fun to make this set just because of the different angles and that kind of stuff that they used. So an 8 or 7.5 for the adults. Now that concludes episode 2, but before we end, just want to let you guys know we have created a Star Wars Lego guide online, and it's at galaxybricks.com, and you can go there, you can look further into this set, you can buy this set from there, and of course you can always go to brickshow.com to see all the episodes from Brick Show. But before we go, I've got a little bit of a hint of a future episode, not episode 3, maybe not one that's going to happen for a little while, but just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of this monster set that I just got and I'm putting together. It's going to take me a while, but I'm putting it together, and we're going to get to that down the line. And this is the box for that set. If you can see that, it's the Eiffel Tower, which is set 10181. A monster, 3,428 pieces. It's almost 4 feet high. So that is coming soon to you guys. And thanks for hanging out with us today. Check out our websites. and we'll see you guys again.